Hi. The thing I want to talk about that I am uh, battling all my life, or most of my life, was this. Back in 2009, I was diagnosed with something that 1 out of 26 people have gotten. It's called epilepsy. I have seizures. Each seizure robs me of a memory, but most of the occasions I can get them back with a smell or a picture or a thought or a phrase from the person, but not now. Let me give you a little more information on that. I have 2 kinds of seizures. One is the petite mot, where you pretty much stare off into space, or as what I call, you flick out. You just stare, and you can have something jump in front of your face and try to scare you, and nobody is home. And then once you're done having that, you start it's like a toy. You work. But along with that comes migraines all the time. I have a headache now, but it's not as bad as usual. But I also have a grand mal seizure. Grand mal is the one where you roll around the floor, jerk. You can bite your tongue. Sometimes you will foam at the mouth like a wild animal, and sometimes you can wet your pants, which is very, very, very embarrassing. And there is always someone that ends up around you and says, shove something in their mouth. Oh my god, that drives me nuts. Because it's wrong. But the last 2 years of my epilepsy, I've had a different problem. I had a petite mot and a migraine all at the same time. Normal. Took my medication, and I ended up having to lay down because the side effects from the medications I take can cause dizziness, sleepiness, etc. I woke up and I sounded like this. I had no idea whoever was in my house. And when I have no idea who you are, my first instinct is to fight you to get away. But my husband knows this already, so he's prepared. And he does things that help me remember who he is. And remind me that he is no threat. Some of my children were home that day. And one of them looks like me. So I knew that one was mine for sure. Because you don't often look at a smaller version of yourself and wonder. Now, the reason I say I talk like this is I was born in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. I live in Florida now, so the state's way up there. It's probably got snow coming down on it now. Spent 20 years in Georgia. Wondering what I'm talking about, right? Well, I have a speech disorder. Some doctors classify it as a speech disorder. Some doctors classify it as a foreign accent syndrome. I have never been to Ireland in my entire life. Never been to Scotland in my entire life. So, I've been told by doctors that it may come back, may not come back. Well, I went to work before I lost my job, and my manager thought this was funny. She thought I was playing a joke. Yeah, not a joke, this is normal. Proceeded to tell me to stop and not talk, and proceeded to bully me. This woman was in her 40s, which kind of confused me because I've never been bullied before. I was that nerd that hid in the corner and just watched everybody in high school and did very little to draw attention to myself. But I was going to end up looking for another job. Before I could do that, she was looking for another job. But the thing is, I don't know who my parents are. I have pictures to prove who they are, but they've passed away. So I have to look at them and go, yes, that's my mother, that's my father, this is my sister, this is my aunt. My sister and my aunt are alive, but I couldn't tell you where they lived. And I don't have their number either. Which is probably both of our faults, so I'm not worried about that. But it's a strange thing to have to go through. Some call it a curse, some call it a gift. I'm not quite sure what to call it. I do know that I've lost part of myself, but in some way I've also found part of myself. So remember, you're not alone. Never give up. We're all here for you.